The Agusta chopper scam has come back to haunt the Gandhis yet again because Parliament proceedings came to a grinding halt after BJP leader Subramanian Swamy named Congress President Sonia Gandhi herself in the 3,600 crore rupee VVIP chopper deal. Members of Parliament from the BJP and the Congress almost came to blows and marshals had to be deployed to keep things under control. Sonia Gandhi vehemently denied the charges, stating that she is not afraid of anyone and has nothing to hide.
In the day, Congress leaders took on the BJP, daring the government to launch a probe into the Agusta scam. Subramanian Swamy, however, stuck to his guns in an exclusive chat with ET Now. He said it is important to name Sonia Gandhi to get to the bottom of the case. Swamy's act has made sure that the second part of the budget session will be a complete washout, with key economic bills getting caught in the political crossfire once again. The battle over Agusta and its fallout on the ongoing budget session, that's our top story on India Tonight.
The gloves are off and the target is sacrosanct. It is no longer a battle of words, but a war between the Congress and the BJP. After all, it is none other than Sonia Gandhi herself who has been targeted by the Modi Sarkar. Now, once the BJP made it clear that it will target Sonia Gandhi in Parliament over alleged corruption in a deal to buy 12 VVIP helicopters, the Congress retorted with equal aggression, and the charge was led by none other than party president Sonia herself.
I am not afraid of anyone cornering me because there is no base to that cornering. All what they are saying, all the accusations they are throwing at us, they are false. They amount to calumny. I am saying the government is there for the last 2 years. What are they doing? The inquiry is there. Why don't they complete it? Complete it as soon as possible, impartially, the truth.
And after Sonia Gandhi insisted on an impartial inquiry, the issue rocked Parliament with fissures deepening between the Treasury and the opposition benches. And the offensive heightened with every soundbite.
ऐसी नोट और अगर ऐसी जो है जिसे कहते हैं कि पन्नों पे ये करने लग जाएंगे तो बहुत सारी चीजें बाहर आ जाएगी. एंड दे मस्ट फाइंड आउट अगर इतना भी आयोटा ऑफ ट्रूथ अगर निकले तो दे मस्ट हैंग अस.
The issue dates back to 2010 when the deal to buy 12 VVIP choppers was inked between Italian firm Finmeccanica and the Indian government. But this 3,600 crore rupee deal was cancelled in 2014 after the Italian authorities began to probe it for alleged graft, and now top executives of the company have been found guilty of corruption by an Italian court. But the Congress is using precisely this in its own defense, along with the fact that AugustaWestland has not been banned by the Modi government despite graft charges against it. Clearly, what started with the newly inducted MP Subramanian Swamy naming Congress President Sonia Gandhi has now blown into a full-fledged war between the BJP and the Congress.
Sometime after 7-8 days, I will fix a date in asking my people to get all the information. It's a big, thick file. It may take about 8-10 days.
It shows the mentality of Congress and the Communist Party, how they have used the system and the power to play with the facts and to play with the various issues.
AugustaWestland, which could well be India's biggest defense scam after Beaufort, is being seen and used as NDA's attempt to corner the Congress, which has 65 MPs in the upper house, same as the total strength of the NDA put together. While the CBI is still investigating the matter, the latest revelations from court proceedings in Milan Court of Appeals is bound to give fresh ammunition to the NDA. But the question is, as Congress and BJP trade blows in Rajya Sabha, have hopes of all economic legislations been dashed? Because the muck right now is where the Congress is not prepared to take it lying down, right at the Gandhi family. In fact, Sonia Gandhi herself. With Crore Rupee VVIP, ET Now, New Delhi.
Now, sparks flew thick and fast, understandably so, in the Rajya Sabha today after BJP leader Subramanian Swamy, the new entrant into the Rajya Sabha, dragged Sonia Gandhi's name in the chopper deal scam. The upper house witnessed angry exchanges between the opposition and the Treasury benches.
The Congress members even called Swamy a CIA agent. We get you the worst of what the Parliament really did see today.
The High Court of Italy has recorded a letter written by Mr. Michel stating that Ms. Sonia Gandhi is the main... AugustaWestland company, which was blacklisted by the UPA government. Why did Modi government allow this blacklisted company to take part in Make in India?
An honourable member from side had given a notice, but an explanation in form of a peshbandi explanation has come in advance. The report in the newspaper cited by the honourable leader of opposition with regard to the alleged meeting of the Indian Prime Minister and the Italian Prime Minister and the deal struck is false and untrue in its entirety. The bribe giver has been convicted. The identity of the bribe taker has to be established. The bribe giver, at the time when the conspiracy was being executed, has made some written admissions. The relevance of those admissions is to be examined by the investigating agencies and appropriate action taken. The investigation in this case is at an advanced stage.
After Subramanian Swamy's naming Sonia Gandhi created a storm like you just saw in the upper house, we did have 18 hours Gauri Dwivedi speak to the BJP leader exclusively and the newly inducted member of parliament. The Italian court's verdict clearly names the Congress president, is what he said. He also said that he will fight corruption even at the cost of the opposition stalling the parliament proceedings if they choose to do so.
Christian Michel's letter,
Right.
which he wrote to the India office of the Finmeccanica,
Right.
which is relied on by the High Court of Italy,
Right.
where in the judgment they refer to the text, or they publish the text of the letter in the judgment,
Right.
where he is saying to
But
the...
it's still Signora Gandhi. It is not...
No. It is Sonia Gandhi, no Signora
Okay.
Gandhi.
But sir, Arun Jaitley today in the House said that as of now, bribe givers have been established and investigation is still on to identify bribe takers. So to that extent, the investigation hasn't ended. So how can you go about and...
No, you're jumping the gun. See, let me tell you. I mentioned it because he mentioned Christian Michel's press conference. So I said, here this man says that she is hell-bent on getting this deal through,
Right.
and therefore must look after Ahmad Patel and all these people.
Right.
Now, what I was going to say further was, I am not saying that these people are have taken a bribe. I am saying that since they have been named
Right.
as people who were pushing for the deal,
Right.
therefore the CBI must investigate them
I agree.
as witnesses.
Right.
I never said that she took the bribe. I was just quoting. I mean, they didn't even let me complete.
Right. But sir, you know, in this exchange of statements or war of words, so to say, do you think at some level the whole proceedings of the House get hijacked? Because as of now, what are the chances that Congress will allow any legislative business to be conducted in the Rajya Sabha?
It doesn't really matter because only 15% of national governance is due to Parliament.
Okay.
85% happens outside Parliament.
Right.
Okay, so as far as running the government is concerned, doesn't matter. Some bill doesn't pass, is not catastrophic. I don't think if the GST is not passed, it's catastrophic.
Okay.
Okay, so corruption is enormously
Huge issue,
important.
yeah.
And I'm not going to let go, and I've been recognized for my work on fighting corruption.
Right.
And I am not the one who's blocking the proceedings. It's the Congress. I can't appease them. Let the public know what kind of people these are.
Right.
You see, and if I don't raise it, the people will be disappointed.
Right.
They expect me to raise these issues.
Right.
And I raised it in a parliamentary way. I asked for permission was given,
Right.
and I spoke in a very civil language saying that I'm quoting the judgment of the High Court.
Fair enough. Sir, next week will be the short discussion on AugustaWestland.
That's right.
After that, there will be a short discussion on Ishrat Jahan. That is expected.
Yes.
Right. So, in that sense, that pretty much sums up the entire second half of the budget session,
Yes.
because then there cannot be any legislative business being conducted.
No problem. I don't think I think it's a big loss. I think it's more important that the country becomes transparent, clean, and knows
After all, terrorism is a very important issue. Bills come, bills go, it doesn't matter.
You know, Sandeep, that flinging of hands and itching of his shoulders and saying, I don't care and I don't, it frankly doesn't matter. GST is not earth-shattering and doesn't matter if nothing really else happens in the budget session, should be a wake-up call to everybody who thought that the budget session is going to see a lot of business. And it should also be a wake-up call to everybody who thought that the BJP is going to put its force firmly behind getting economic legislation through. Because he's a newly elected MP and economic legislation clearly doesn't seem to be his priority at all. He's right that corruption is a very important issue, should be tackled. But the nonchalant attitude to economic legislation, I think, should be a little disappointing.
Oh yes, I wonder what the finance minister has to say about that statement. Bills come and bills go. Well, Mr. Subramanian Swamy, GST isn't just another bill. Surely, while you blame Congress for the delay over the several months, the government can take responsibility. Keep politics, it's core to governance as well. Keep it on one side, but push some of those key legislative agenda as well. Who's losing? Well, it's the economy, it's India Inc. and it's you and me who would end up as the losers of this political slugfest. But as a political blame game...
Like Churchill once said, it's the economy, stupid.
Yes, indeed. As a political blame game for this questionable deal plays out in Parliament, where did it all start? It's important to get it back to where it all began. What was the root cause of this entire controversy? Who initiated this deal? And how did it come to this? Here's the AugustaWestland chopper deal put in perspective.
Is AugustaWestland the next Bofors? India's biggest defense scam after Bofors began in February 2010 when the Congress-led UPA government signed a contract with UK-based AugustaWestland to buy 12 helicopters for the Indian Air Force. These choppers, collectively worth 3,600 crore rupees, were to fly VVIPs, including the President and the Prime Minister. In 2013, however, the deal was put on hold by the government after top officials of Augusta and its Italian parent Finmeccanica were arrested on charges of bribing Indian officials to swing the deal. The UPA government cancelled the deal and recovered the amount it had paid as an advance. It also ordered a CBI inquiry and blacklisted Finmeccanica. Early in 2014, the Italian court investigating the chopper scam had named former Chief of the Indian Air Force SP Tyagi in the scam, who allegedly received kickbacks from Finmeccanica. The scam came back to haunt the Congress and the Gandhi family when a Milan Court of Appeals confirmed earlier this month that bribes were indeed paid by Augusta to Indian officials to win the contract. And revelations by Christian Michel, the British middleman, may have only made matters worse for the Congress party's first family. Krishna Kumar, ET Now.
We stay on with that story because it's very, very important that this was the third working day of the budget session, gone for a toss completely with almost no progress on the legislative front. And if Subramanian Swamy's attitude is anything to go by, then bills come and bills go, and which is why we'll take it across to Gauri Dwivedi, who's joining us with a mood check from inside Parliament House. And Gauri, it certainly looks like the economy, economic legislation and reforms perhaps have found yet another nail in the coffin.
As the Congress and BJP traded blows today, it became fairly apparent that the second half of the budget session is unlikely to lead to any concrete legislative business being conducted. The Congress is questioning the timing of the entire issue, and of course the BJP is questioning Congress's intent to stall Parliament proceedings even as the Augusta investigation continues. One thing is for sure, the Congress will shield the Gandhis. That has always happened, but it will use this as a rallying point, not just for Congress but all opposition parties. And that could mean that the opposition will play hardball and will not concede to government's demands as far as reform agenda is concerned, which effectively means it could be an extremely disappointing session of Parliament for India Inc.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.